Okay. Let's start. Hang on. Actually, I forgot I need my other mouse, because my other mouse is the scroll wheel capability. And this one doesn't, because the scroll wheel does not work. Gotta get that fixed. But there's a lot of things gotta get fixed before that. Okay. Excuse me. That's probably a bit loud, isn't it? I guess this is as good as it's gonna get, isn't it? Let's start off with United States. United States is good. I can get an easy 5,000 no matter where I am, I think. Oh yeah, it should be easy 5,000. Alright, so here we are. United States. Junction 5A. Looks like we're in the east. Probably something like Virginia, Tennessee, maybe North Carolina, maybe even further north. We got here Westmore, Lindenville, Vermont. Okay, well I was a bit wrong, but I was right by the eastern part, a little bit further north than I looked. Okay, so this is actually pretty easy. What did I find? Westmore, St. Johnsbury, Vermont. Gotta find that. How hard could that be? Or the 5, whichever one we find first. This is 7. Let's look for the 5, it'll be easier. 5, still the 7. We're not even in Vermont anymore, are we? Know. Oh, this is the 5. So I'm just looking for one of the towns now. This is actually going to be a lot easier than I thought. Wait, where'd the 5 stop? Here's the 5. Keeps going up. It goes along I-91. St. Johnsbury, which is 17 miles to the south. I suppose that's Lindenville, which is 8 miles to the south. Ah, there's a junction of 5A. It's that sign there. So this sign here is right here. So that means we're probably here. Let me just look around a little bit and see what we got. Make sure that's the case. Okay, so we got a junction here. And there aren't any other junctions into that one, so that looks about right, yeah. We are on the other side of this building though, so we're more like right here. You know, to be fair, calling that a river is a bit of a stretch. That's barely a stream. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll put it right there. Whatever. Should be easy 5,000. Yeah, 1 meter away. 2 meters, really. Here we go. A little more challenging. This looks to be more southern. I want to say something like Alabama, Mississippi, maybe even Georgia, or even South Carolina or North Carolina. Could be Texas too. Any one of those southern Gulf states. Gulf and Southern Atlantic. Cypress tank. We got here. Big Hill Pond. Guns and ammo. Well, that doesn't say we're in the south. I don't know what does. You know, maybe I should do one like the Geoguessr did not long ago, where you see how fast you can do it when you're cheating. Maybe I should do that on World, or even US. I don't know. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you telling me you can't go that way? What does your front license plate look like? I can't really tell. Wait, do I have anyone in front of me? Nope. I'm just here. Big Hill Pond. I suppose that sign's the same thing, saying Big Hill Pond right here. Oh, wait. Has something that could be useful. Where was that? It was up here, right? Tennessee. Didn't I say Tennessee? If I didn't, I should have, because that's kind of one of the things. No, I said Tennessee for the last one, didn't I? So that tells us what state we're in. This looks to me more towards like the southern to southwestern part. East 57. This one's too loud. I might even just take that one off altogether. And what was I was looking for the East 57. Okay, the East 57. I could do it, but that would take way too long. Okay, here, Poca Lodge. Is that what this is? Yes, it does. Poca Lodge Lane. Okay. It seems like we're just getting farther and farther away from civilization at this point. Now what do we got here? Just a thing. What's the sign saying? Chapel Hill Baptist Church. And we got a sign here. What does it say? Okay. What's this one saying? McNairy County. Yeah, okay. It seems that their only claim to fame is having a basketball basketball team or something. Didn't read it that well. McNairy County. Okay, still, I don't really know where that is in Tennessee. That's more of a river than we had last round. It's not like a little puddle. What's the sign say? Pocahontas, what? Unincorporated. Same thing. I might just have to guess somewhere in... Well, I don't know. It could be anywhere in Tennessee. I don't think it's not like here. I don't think. I'd say it's more like over here, or even over here. But it could be up here, you know. I just gotta find the 57. '64. Wait, Chapel Hill wasn't. I saw Chapel Hill. I don't know if that's gonna be gonna be that relevant though. I don't see any 57s around here. Of course, it could be like one of these roads. It's got a 57 on it, but it's not actually called out on maps. Let me keep looking. It was a 56. '53. 53 here. This is more like the kind of road I'd be looking for. Small white one. 55. That could be also the right size. I'm not entirely sure. $55 again. You know, I'm just gonna say screw it and put it down over here somewhere. Nope, I'm all the way over there. There's 57, okay. And there's Pocahontas, and yeah. Didn't I say it was when I was down here? Yeah, I think I said that was one of the locations where it could be. Okay. Serves me right for not looking there. Hey, we got snow. Oh, this is easy. So we know where we are now. Chicago is the next right, so probably like, okay, the 80. Here's the 80. The 80 and the 74 and the 280. Okay, we got the 80. Yeah, just gotta keep going. We are going south, actually. Let's look for the 280 then. Peoria. Where is... I've heard of that, I just don't know where it is. Somewhere... There it is, okay. This is 74, yeah, okay. Moline, okay, here we are. We're going south, we're on the 80. So we've got a... something like that. So I'm gonna say we're... right around here. So if we look over here, we should have... That looks like it could be a trucks and equipment. I'm actually gonna move myself up to about here, because if you look at the building, we're actually a bit ahead of it. Like right around here. And we're also in this lane. Good enough for me. It was a little further behind where I was, but oh no, it got 1 point off of 5,000. Not that I was going for a perfect score anyway, but... Oh my. What image quality is this? Why is the camera not level? That's the biggest problem with this. I can't even read that street name. Okay, looks like we're somewhere like Pennsylvania, maybe? New York? Upstate New York? So, maybe Maryland, even? Slightly upstate New York, not like way out there, but not, you know, New York City. What is going on? Yeah, no, this is not 2019. If this is 2019, the person who took the camera out with the car should be fired. Now it almost looks like Kentucky or something. Okay, it's not New York. Greenhouse there. Oh no, it's 2017 Google, but still, 2017. Whoever did this should be fired. I'm not even joking. Can we like be on the road, please? Okay, can you be in your own lane? I see who's going around us. More look at this, more it looks like, say, South Carolina or North Carolina. Birdsville Road. Hmm. Oh, we got some. Not that hard. Screw you, I can't read that. Yeah. Oh, here we go. I bet I can read these. 214. I have a hunch. There are 214s up around here. Hey, Nexus. I don't know. Oh, at least we got actual resolution now. Maryland. Okay, that's way off from where I thought we were. That's a lot better because it's a smaller state. 214. Let's see. Or even Birdsville. There's a 213. Right from the US? Yeah. There's a 213. $314. 213 again. Cool, from Denmark. Nice. Fairly late there for you, isn't it? Unless you're not actually in Denmark at the moment, which is possible. Two a.m. here. 2 a.m. there. You got a holiday? Yeah. Well, I'm not really seeing the 214 anywhere. The West 214. Where does Maryland end? Over here? Maybe we're over here. You never know. Interesting. Your teachers lived in Maryland for some years. Maryland's one of the older states in the United States. It's got Baltimore. It's got a bunch of old cities there. Washington's pretty much part of it, more or less. Technically not, but it's like a little subset of it. Outside of the big cities, this is what it looks like. And honestly, most of the eastern United States looks like this. With varying degrees of dryness. Is Washington part of Maryland State? No, it's its own separate thing, but it's sort of, it's got like a square cut out of it down here, see? There's Virginia here, there's Maryland here, and there's Washington, D.C. as its own separate territory. Not territory really, but it's federal district is a good way to describe it. Kind of like Australia has Canberra is its own separate thing, but this is the same thing to a smaller scale. Harper's Ferry, huh? I'm gonna go back over here because this looks to be have the right kind of area. Actually, it doesn't really look like the right kind of area, but let's see when I have another 213 over here, so I'm gonna look around over here some more. If I can't find it, I'll just put it down somewhere. We're not in Baltimore, obviously. 216. This would be 100s around Baltimore. Maybe I should go down here more. What was the 216 at? Here it is. And the 212. So, excuse me. Let's go back up a little bit. So the 212 is here, around here, and the 216 is here. The 214 should be somewhere in between, logically speaking. Yeah, next is, to be quite fair, apart from the famous places in the US, there's not really a whole lot to talk about. And famous places in big cities and stuff like that. There's some stuff that goes on down here that's sort of interesting. Like in this kind of area here, but for the most part, all your main things that's going to be interesting on a international level anyway is going to be in the bigger cities and monuments and stuff like that. I'm just going to place it somewhere around in between the 216 and 212, which is down here, so somewhere in there. Now we're down here. And it's Birdsville Road, which is a 214. I should have a little bit harder. Oh well. Let's get over 5,000 points. This, just going off my first reactions to this place, it looks like, okay, this vegetation to me tells me we're in the coastal plain. Just Legoland in Denmark, in Copenhagen. Maybe, but to be fair, you've got pretty much all of Europe within like maybe a day's drive of you, maybe half a day's. It's like being, let's take a look. Denmark is this big, for the most part. It's this big. which is about this. We'll call it about the size of Ireland, although most of that's water. Um, Ireland is a little bit bigger than Pennsylvania. It'll take you maybe a day to drive across Pennsylvania. Not even that, like 8 hours tops. Because it takes about that long to do that. So yeah, going from say Copenhagen to Hamburg, it's probably half a day tops. Unless if you go by train or something. Meanwhile, here in the U.S., if you're like me and stuck in this area with you basically only have car and plane. That's all you have. And just to go from say Greenville, South Carolina to Charleston is what 3-4 hours on a good day with traffic. All right. So yeah, this vegetation looks more coastal plain to me. Down in, oops, down from say maybe here to, well, I wouldn't go that far, but here, somewhere along this region, and it would end before we get more further inland than this. So that narrows it down a lot for me. Although we could be as far west as Texas, somewhere down here. I'll extend it to from Houston to Norfolk, and no further inland than say, we'll say Santee, South Carolina. No further inland than that. So that really narrows it down. Problem will be figuring out where we are in that region. Yes, we got palm trees. This could be Florida, honestly. I don't really think it is. It looks a little too cold to be Florida, but it very well could be. It could be northern Florida. I was in some American candy shop in Amsterdam and finally found Twinkies. Yeah, no, those are gross. They're pretty much, at this point, they're just a meme, basically. No one really eats them, I don't think. They used to be sort of popular, but I don't think they have been in, what, at least 20 years. Coastal Drive or something like that. Coastal Road, we'll call it that. I can't really read what it actually is. Coastal Highway, okay. So this is we're obviously near the coast, which you could tell by the sand that's pretty much everywhere. Kula Beach Drive. Hang on. Nah. I was gonna say maybe we're in Hawaii, but the vegetation is way off from that. And here we go, some signs and stuff. It sounded kind of Hawaiian, yeah. But when you get stuff like that, this doesn't look anything remotely like Hawaii. This looks like the southeast. I think this will tell me everything I need to know. Nope, the Wakula River. Great Evans Memorial Bridge. I don't know. Spanish Moss. Pretty much everywhere down in the deep southwest, or the southeast. I'm gonna get that mixed up a lot, aren't I? Yeah, Wakula might sound Hawaiian, but it's probably actually Native American. A lot of things like that are, thanks to the Philo Nexus, a lot of things like that are, a lot of names like that, like Wakula and things like that. Here, we can give you Savannah even. Actually, is Savannah English? Might be. It could go either way. But things like, Altamaha. You had to look at that a few times to figure out how to say it right. Altamaha, yeah, that would be a Native American word. Let's see if I can find some more. What they basically do is they name things after, say, Native American tribes and things like that. Okefenokee. Osceola. I find a lot down in Florida. Ocala. Native American words and people. The tribes. Miaka. Kissimmee. As for where we are, I think I've narrowed it down to this from Mississippi to right about here. I don't see it being outside of that at this point. Oh, there's a sign here. What does it say? Yeah, if it's in Florida, it's up here. You know, the vegetation is a bit too I mean, this could definitely be Florida. It would just be the outer part of here, because this is the vegetation you find down here would be a little bit a little bit shorter, and it would be a bit more bit less piney and more palms, like you say. San Marcos de something historic state park. Can't really read that. San Marcos, that's Hispanic. Savannas. That San Marcos thing could indicate we're actually in Florida. Panama City, actually. I think we are in Florida. Panama City, yeah. That's 119 miles to the west. Panama City is here. Let's see. 19 miles to the west. I'll put us... around here. Wakula River. Yep. Wait. Is this 98? It is, okay. So we're on this road somewhere. So now what we do is go back to the start and figure out what we have around here that we can identify. Fortunately, we've got a road here. I'm not sure if that'll show up in the map. Panama, Mexico, Dublin, Amsterdam, London, United States. That's gonna be Panama City, Mexico. I don't know about Mexico City. You'd probably see a Dublin, Amsterdam. Interestingly enough, I'm not sure if you know this or not. New York City's original name was New Amsterdam. And London. There's a few Londons. There's a relatively large London in Canada, Ontario, Canada. Right here. That was Canada. Yeah, there's some in the U.S. too. They're just not as big. I think there's one in Ohio or something. Maybe Missouri. It's a small one though. Not really finding it there. Alright, so we're here. I do remember going across the river. So we are on this side of the river. I just don't know how far. Did I say Hobbiton? Did it? The Chuck. On the map. Where? Maybe it was Missouri? I don't know. It's been more. I don't know. I'm not seeing it, but I'm with you. I remember seeing that as well. I don't know where it was. Oh yeah, there it is. That looks like a some sort of recreational place. I'm trying to see what that is when I get up the river. So I got a curve here. That could be that curve. Unless it came from all the way down here, that is that curve, so. So not that far off. So if that's correct, there should be another curve to the right coming up. After the river, which is here. I suppose that would be Hobbiton there. Okay, so this is here. And that curve was here. I don't remember crossing any others, so. Also don't remember coming across a road like that. So I'm just gonna go there for now. We're gonna go back to the start. We're gonna see how far. I'm gonna try to find Red Oak Lane. Actually, what is this? This guy actually can help me a lot. I can't read that. Well, I don't know what that says. I'm not sure what that says. I'm just gonna find another one. Another road that we can actually read the name of. Steve Chasen. Looks like. Oh, there it is, yeah. So that's where we are at now. This means we're even further that way. This is just a lot of trying to figure out where you are. Sometimes it can be more tricky, a little bit more tricky. So that's Steve Chasen, okay. We're just here. Oops. Hang on, a little too far. I got these two roads, which are these two roads. Crazy they found the exact same road. Nah, it's just being a little patient and knowing how to read the road signs. It's not actually hard to play this game, you just have to know some tricks. Yeah, that could be that road. I'm gonna go this way though to confirm it. If I go this way, the first road on the right should be Sink Drive. I don't think that counts, does it? Yeah, the Sink Drive. Okay. So that confirms that this here is where we are. Guess it might be a little bit. Actually, that looks about right. I was a little too far over, actually. Could have done a little better if I hadn't messed this one up as much. That was a little off, too. Right, now we're gonna do World. That was just a warm-up. This one could be a number of places. Australia, Africa. The sun looks to be in the south, so that rules out Australia. Yeah, I think this is Africa. You don't get a lot of places in Africa, especially not that are above the equator that look like this. Maybe, nah, I'm not going to say anything yet. I don't know enough. Northern hemisphere, yeah. Then yeah, if the sun's in the south like this, then you're in the northern hemisphere more often than not, anyway. And if it's in the northern, if it's to the north, then you're in the southern hemisphere. Usually, not always. Sometimes it's a bit weird, and you end up with it not working as well. But usually, like 75 to 90% of the time, that'll work for you. It's also somewhat feasible we could be in like Venezuela or something. No, I don't think so. I think this really looks like Africa. Especially the truck, it looks like is more. And if this is Africa, then it could be a long time before I find anything. Yeah, it looks African to me, but you never know. Sometimes it looks like something, but sometimes I've gotten things where I'm sure that it's like, let me think of an example. I'm sure that it's like up here or something in the mountains, and it ends up being like Kyrgyzstan. Or actually, better example would be, it looks like down here in the Andes, in the South Andes, south of Chile, and it ends up being Kyrgyzstan. Lots of places in the world look pretty much identical to each other. Sorry for the minimal selection of music. I don't have a lot that's not copywritten. I don't want to meet the VOD. I do have some of the stuff that I don't think is copywritten. Something reserve. If only if that weren't scratched out or fading off. Hang on, what's this say? I'm sure there's someone who gets Africa more often. That's a clue. Juju. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It does look a bit like Senegal to me. Senegal or it looks to kind of be in this. The thing is, it looks more. It's not desert, obviously, but it's also not rainforest, which doesn't give you a lot of room to work with. As far as the countries that you're gonna actually get street views in that are north of the equator. Kenya, I don't think you're far enough north of the equator. This could be Uganda, but again, I don't think you're far enough north of the equator for the sun to be that low in the south. I don't think you're getting a street view in Chad or maybe in Nigeria. I think Senegal is the most likely at this point. There's been a burn here, prescribed burn. To keep the grass down. There's like one photosphere in Chad, but no street view. Okay. I've never gotten anything in Chad. I didn't think anyone had. Excuse me. No, that would be very, very rare, yeah. Oh, we got a sign there. What's that sign for? Oh, there it is. Ah, bump in the road. That one to be precise. Yeah, I don't really think we're gonna find anything. I'm just gonna go with the best guess, which is Senegal. Somewhere around... Not up here, which would be pretty much desert. I'm gonna go with... We're in a rock... I can speak. We're gonna be in a wildlife preserve, because I saw the sign for a wildlife preserve. I just couldn't read what it was, what the name of it was. Maybe I should look at Ghana as well. Where's Ghana? There it is. Blind. That would be too tropical, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Senegal. Go here, because why not? Oh, it wasn't far off. That was closer than I expected, to be honest. I wasn't 100% sure it was even in Senegal. 4,300 points. Could have been a lot worse. Okay, tropical, obviously. Very mountainous. Let's look at our options for tropical and mountainous. Got Southeast Asia. It could be up here. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of mountains actually in Southeast Asia mainland. Could be Malaysia. There's some mountains. Could be in Indonesia. All of these islands have a bunch of mountains on them. New Guinea. Probably not gonna get anything from there. Could be the Philippines. There's mountains there. Yeah, it could be Japan. It could be southern Japan. You don't really think of Japan having a lot of tropical stuff, but it is warm there in some places. Down here. This kind of area. Could be Taiwan as well. Assuming there's street view there. I'm not 100% sure on that. China doesn't have street view, right? So it wouldn't be China. But that's assuming it's even in. Actually, it could also be in like northern Australia, like up here. Oh, that's probably not actually very likely. There are all these small islands in the south. Yeah, that's true, but this doesn't really look like a small island, does it? These ones. Yeah, this isn't Okinawa. That's of course assuming it's even in Asia. It could very well be like Venezuela or something. But looking at the roads, I don't think we're in Venezuela. I think we're in Asia. So I'm gonna look around. Yeah, that building is very Asian. Look at that. I think we got a sign here. Maybe it'll have a language. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that looks more like Chinese than Japanese, right? So maybe we are in Taiwan. If we are in Taiwan, then we're going to be way out in the middle of nowhere in Taiwan. Like over here. Unfortunately, I can't read any Asian script, so... So I'm gonna have to hope there's English somewhere. English or... Nah, it wouldn't work. Ah, there's English. Is that... Does that say 206 meters for the tunnel? It's a pretty long tunnel. Pretty long tunnel. It's not that long, actually. Looks Japanese, actually. I didn't actually look at the script that time. Oh, you're right, that does look a little bit more Japanese. The Gaho Tunnel. Yeah, that looks Japanese-ish, for the most part. It looks more like Japanese than Chinese, but I guess that could be Japanese. I don't actually know a whole lot of Japanese characters. I guess some of them could be more complicated and more like Chinese characters. Got like a Kia or something right there. Not entirely sure. Not Nagaho, yeah. Misato, yeah, that's Japanese more. These roads do look Japanese more than... Of course, I've never actually seen any Taiwanese roads. Actually, we could have just looked at the characters in Taiwan. I mean, this looked like more like the first characters we saw a little bit, but not those other ones. I guess there are some complicated Japanese script characters. I'm gonna look a little bit more. Hopefully, I can find a clue. Got a sign here. What's that say? Tenajiri Bridge. Excuse me. Thank you for the follow, Juiga. I hope I said that right. Juiga? Something like that. What, Sierra Tunnel? Mizugatani Bridge. So it looks like we're in Japan. For sure. It's just the where in Japan. That's the part. Could be in Shikoku. This is a bit more remote. Yeah. Japan's definitely one of the harder ones to do. One of the harder countries. Here we go, this might help a lot. Mount Sanbasan. Let's actually look for the road first. The Route 40 and Route 375. It's 325. $388. $381. $377, getting closer to 375. How about up here? $274. $275. Didn't we see Masato somewhere? We definitely went through some tunnels, so I'd say this is somewhere up here. We're also near Route 40, or the 40. Looking for 40 might be easier. Yeah. Ah, there it is. There it is. Yeah. I was actually looking for the 375 for whatever reason, and it looks like it was actually easier to find than 40 would have been. I was on 40. So if I was on 40, that would mean that that was the tunnel we went through earlier, because there are no other tunnels on 40. Not that I can see anyway. So I'm gonna put myself right around there or something. I'm gonna return to the start. Which way did it go? We went this way, right? Okay, let's try to find the tunnel. There's the tunnel. So, assuming this is the tunnel that we were on, there should be a river right back up here, which I think there was. This must be that road there, okay. Yeah, here's the river. Let's assume that's the river. Hard to tell if that's the river or not. Probably. And so we were up here. Not here, no. That's around the curve here. So this would be right here. or so. And then we were right back here, right? Let's see if we can't get some of these buildings on the map. Might make things a little bit easier. I'm just gonna take a guess. I'm gonna say we're right about here. Ah, we're a little bit further away, further down the road. Oh well, still almost 5,000 points. Weren't going for a perfect score anyway. Where's the sun at? The sun's in the south. Okay. Nice mountain. A Summerlin village. I don't really have any strong ideas on what country we're in at the moment. Those are strange mountains, to be honest. This could be, actually... Now that I think about it... No? Now that I think about this, could be the southwest US. Something like, down here somewhere? That's a bit too early to say. It does appear to be the US, as far as the streetlights and everything go. That appears to be a US street sign. Looks Cali-ish to me. I thought that at first, but those mountains don't look anything like California mountains, I don't think. Unless we're in, like, over here somewhere. Like, everything but the mountains look California to me, but... It could be, but... I'm not convinced. This is weird. I've never had a landscape like this before, I don't think. With these kinds of mountains, you know, the palm trees just right there. I will say that if we're in California, it would be somewhere like over here. Over here to like maybe down here somewhere. Yeah, I was thinking Arizona or New Mexico. Maybe Utah, Colorado even. Oh, we've got here for sign. Thank you, I've seen that already. How about this one? What does this one say? Clark County, Nevada. Okay. So that narrows it down a lot. There's only a few roads in Nevada. It's not down here, I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong, but it doesn't really look like Las Vegas area. Clark County is Vegas? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Well, actually, wait, where are those mountains at? Those weird mountains are that way, I think. Or are they this way? There they are. To the northwest. So that must be them right there. This is probably I-15. Hey, Shonster. What's the sign say? Town Center Drive, Rampart Boulevard. What is this? This is Geoguessr. It's a game where basically you get put somewhere in Google Maps and you have to find out where you are. I'm gonna keep looking until I can find a better street sign. Oh, that looks better. That looks more like a road I want to be on. I'm supposed to figure out where I am. Okay, those mountains aren't far away now, so maybe I can actually... It might actually be over here. Not there. No. Oh. A little further away. Over here. Lake Mead is here. Oh wait, I was gonna... Hang on a second. Hopefully this one doesn't meet the bod. I don't think it will. Lake Mead Boulevard. Okay. That sounds like it's easy to find. Lake Mead Parkway. Didn't I see a boulder highway? I think I saw a boulder highway not far back. Why is of all the things, Las Vegas taking harder, Las Vegas being harder for me than anything else? Oh, Simmerlin. Okay, we're over here. Oh, there's Lake Mead Boulevard. Okay, I was looking in the wrong place. That was why it was harder. So I'm somewhere in there. The arbors. We're on a Suzy Drive. It's on a Suzy Drive. Yeah, on a Suzy and Acacia Street. An Acacia Tree. Acacia Tree Street, I think. That one's gonna be odd. I'll just put it back on this one. Nope, nope, wrong one. Wait, I lost where it was. It's on Suzy Drive. Okay. There we are. There we are. We're right here. I think. Yeah. Yep, 6 meters away. That was a bit harder than it should have been. Does that say Lima? Is that obvious? Is this one gonna be that easy? At least to figure out the country. I think this one actually will be easier for me. I just need to figure out where Kwai is. Hopefully it's not far from Lima. Okay, so Lima is towards the north. Well, I'm gonna look around a little bit more. I think I pretty much can, I can talk. That's what I can. That all but confirms what we're in Peru for me. I just need to figure out where in Peru. Are you kidding? I don't. This isn't all I have, is it? Pare. Why would they blur that out? That doesn't tell you anything. You know it says stop in Spanish. I guess we're on next to a river. That's helpful. It's not a small one either. At least it didn't used to be. Yeah, good night, Nexus. It's what, close to 3 or 4 in the morning for you, so you should probably go get some sleep. Montanga su derecha. Maintain your derecha. That means, in this case, I guess it would mean distance or velocity or speed, rather. Oh, we got a sign here. What does it say? Well, I mean, I guess that confirms what country we're in. Not that I didn't know already. No passing. Lots of cars in the road. I guess there's just a couple of them here. We're going back with them, so I guess it just seems like there's more cars in the road than there actually are. Is that a sign there? Hey, Tom. What's this sign saying? Bienvenido al centro poblado de Collahuasi. Welcome to the something. Collahuasi. Basically, welcome to Collahuasi. Welcome to the central city, or I guess it's city in this case, of Collahuasi. How's life? Good, I suppose. Just playing some Geoguessr. Right now we're somewhere in Peru and trying to find out where we are. Somewhere to the south of Lima. Where are the flute bands? Not sure what you mean by that. Proving flute bands. Oh, okay. I assume I'm too remote even for those. To keep the giant guinea pigs away. Yeah. Okay. That doesn't really tell me anything. I'm probably just gonna make a yes on this one. Unless this gives me a town name. I don't look like a noob while I'm playing the official world map, because I don't like to make it easy myself. I like the super hard Russian and Brazilian ones. I should look for a town name in that city. I don't suppose this is Kolawasi. I don't think I'm gonna get a town name. Guess I should look and see if that's gonna show up on the map anywhere. Koyawas. Hang on. Yeah, there's a river. Okay, I think that's here. So I've been going north this whole time. Or north enough. I'm gonna put myself... I'm just gonna guess somewhere down here. Nope, I was over here. That was a good enough guess, I suppose. Overtaking lane. Not overlaking Tane. 2 kilometers. Okay, so we're not in America. .200 meters. Where's the sun? Pretty much directly overhead, though it is slightly in the south. I don't think I can really rely on that, though. It's too close to being directly overhead. Oh, this is the 5th round. Okay. I'm probably gonna hop off after this one. Hop off after this game. Doing my best to get a perfect score in this one. This one's interesting though. This really looks like Australia to me. But it's... Which side of the road are we driving on? Looks like the normal side. Normal side. Actually, hang on, no. We're not. We're driving this side. So we are in Australia. Or South Africa. Or the UK. I'm not sure what to make of that sign. I think it's fairly obvious we're not in the UK, but I've been wrong before. And the sun being in the south is in the margin of error. It's actually in the north at this point, so maybe we are in Australia. At this point, I don't think there's anything but Australia, to be honest. But I need to confirm that. That's just pretty much a guess at this point. Educated or otherwise, still a guess. Where? Oh no, don't do this. Lots of, No, go back, go back. Nelgen. Thule Road. What's the sign saying? Blur it out. Great. Sunlit waters. Oh great, that's the end of the road. So I guess we go this way. McCard something Creek Road, Allards Lake. Oh, come on. There's really nothing up here, is there? This does look very Australian. Wait, those are cycads growing wild, looks like. Okay, yeah, so that confirms that we're in this part of the world. Those aren't ferns, those are, Cycas revoluta. Or one or more, I think there's only one species left, so. And those only grow in this part of the world. At least wild, so. They could be introduced, but they're not really an invasive species, to be honest. All more evidence pointed to Australia. Northern Australia, at least. Like up here. Dinner Creek. I really don't think I'm gonna find anything. I think I'm gonna have to guess. Unless the sign tells me something. But no, I think it's just an overtaking. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're out in the middle of nowhere, aren't we? Yeah, I'm just gonna give this up. And go play maybe a, country challenge. How's that? I'll go for one country challenge, because that's not gonna take so long. Excuse me. I'll go over there. Nope, we were way on the other side of Australia. Perfect. Alright, so this time we're just going to, go for countries, the country that we're in. No moving, I can scroll and zoom, but we're not allowed to move. But guess what country we're in. And we're off on a good start right here. If I could see the sun, that'd be very helpful. This road. Wait, where's the sun? Can't see the sun, can I? Just looking at the vegetation, trying to figure out what it looks like, what region it looks like it's from. This looks like Southeast Asia. Especially that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of countries in Southeast Asia. Thailand, Malaysia. I think this is probably Malaysia. It could be the Philippines also. Or Indonesia. Could be one of the three. Malaysia, Indonesia, or Philippines. Or even Singapore, depending on where, we are in Singapore. There's not a lot of area like this in Singapore, though. It's not likely we're in, like, Vietnam or something. Although it's not impossible. Just due to the size of it, I'm gonna go with Indonesia. Sumatra's Indonesia, right? I think so. Yeah, Indonesia. Good. I was kind of concerned about that one. Okay, this one's Europe. This is fantastic. Looks like England or Wales. Are those sheep or cows? I can't really tell. Either way, we're going to count the UK all the same. I think I'm going to go for it. Go for the UK. If it's Ireland, we're going to count that obviously differently. Count that as its own country, but Northern Ireland counts as the UK. And yeah, so is Wales and Scotland. I think I'm going to go for Wales. Nope, it was Ireland. Great. So that's 1 out of 2. Yep, this has all the characteristics for Brazil. For Brazil round. This one's directly in the north. Yep, I think that was safe. Yep, that one was easy. So that's 2 out of 3. This one already looks Russian. Although it could be Ukrainian, something like that. Somewhere in Eastern Europe. Western Asia type thing. Could be any of these countries here. Although I think I'm just going to go with Russia because I want it to be Russia. Yep, Russia. So that's Brazil and Russia back to back. He looks Asian, but I can't tell for sure. This one's a bit harder. Yeah, I think we go for Bangladesh in this one. But that's all I have to go on here. This sign and this person are all I have to go off of. Well, and what I can see around me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go Bangladesh. No, it's Sri Lanka. Okay. So that was what? 3 out of 5? 1. No, stop. 1, 2, 3 out of 5, yeah. You can do better than that. Gotta do it in a row anyway, so else it doesn't count. Okay, those tree ferns. This is Tasmania. It's either Tasmania or New Zealand. So Australia, New Zealand. I'm gonna go for Tasmania. Oh, I give up. No. I'm just gonna start over. Mouse, come on. Ooh. This one's an interesting one. This is a good one. This one is up here. Faroe Islands, maybe. No, it's just I don't see enough ocean. It's either northern Scotland or somewhere up here. Norway, Sweden, something like that. I'm actually gonna go with Scotland, I think. I should probably be spending more time on this, but it was Iceland. I thought it might have been Iceland, but I didn't think it was Iceland enough to consider it that much. A days in. Well, this looks a lot like the, excuse me. This looks a lot like the US, so. There's a Denny's that's the US. Doesn't matter where in the US it is, but it was in San Francisco. Well, almost in San Francisco. It was in just south of Oakland. Oh boy. This is the one where you think it's the US, but it's gonna be Canada, isn't it? I'm gonna go for Canada. It's gonna be the US. Nope, I was right. And this is where the streak comes to an end. I have nothing for this one. I don't know. I really don't know what this one is. I'm just gonna go out there on a limb and say Finland. Even though I'm pretty sure that's not right. No, it could not be more wrong. Well, actually, I really couldn't be more... I was almost right. I could have put it in Russia and that would have been right. I did think about Russia, but I thought Finland more. Oh well. We'll finish this one out. Because why not? I did not move on purpose. That was an accident. This one's interesting. I think I'm going to Japan. It doesn't really matter since I already failed at 3, but... Now it's Finland. I don't know, US or something. Really? Really? I just randomly clicked and it was that close. That could have been in South Africa for all I knew. Alright. So I got... that one. Just, no. Okay, so I got 2 right. No, I got 3 right. Well... no, I got 2 right, and I got a 3rd one at the end. So, that's... okay, we can just figure out what's the right. 1, 2, 3 are right. And 4 and 5 are wrong. Okay. So, my best is 3 out of 5. And with that, I'm going to end it. I don't know what tomorrow's going to be. Probably either Subnautica or KSP. So yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked out of that. Let's figure out who's streaming what. Oh, it looks like no. Sorry, that. Let's see if anyone's streaming Geoguessr. It looks like Black Jill 21 is streaming Geoguessr, so I'll host her. Or him. I'm not exactly sure. It says Black Jill 21 in the name, but there's a dude in the face cam, so either way. Go check his stream out. I'll do the same, and I'll see you tomorrow.